In Baldwin County, cleanup is now underway in those areas where the water has receded. Disaster relief crews are also helping.
Our Hal Sherrick is catching up with crews today and finding out what they're doing. He got a closer look also at some of the damage.
That's over my head over there.
That's because he's stubbed down here. Right here is the water.
Oh my gosh.
So you come in,
Yeah.
water was up to here.
Shoot.
Brandon Wheeler couldn't believe what he found when he arrived at his parents' home on Lakeview Loop in Lake Forest. This area saw record flooding this weekend, catching everyone by surprise.
I had kind of an idea of what I was about to see when I finally got here, but when you get here and see the actual devastation of the water and what it did to years of their stuff, it's just, you can't even fathom how bad it was.
As if the flooding weren't enough to deal with, next door, the lithium batteries from a UTV which had flooded caught fire, destroying the vehicle and melting the siding on the house in the process. It's a story playing out dozens of times over all across Baldwin County. As torrential rains fell Sunday night, creeks and rivers swelled with the runoff. A few blocks away from the Wheelers, the Ashmore's home on Bayview Drive was also under attack by the stormwater, which rose high enough to float refrigerators across the room and put furniture underwater. Getting to safety was an adventure in itself.
It looked like whitewater rapids going over the road into the village.
Yeah, when he opened the door for us to come out, it almost knocked me down. It was so swift.
Aside from the damage to the home, a camper and 2 vehicles are also totaled. More bizarre even than the record flooding may be that the home never lost power. A television plugged into a power strip on the floor, which was underwater for hours, has yet to turn off. On a positive note, the weather has cleared, allowing cleanup to begin, and the American Red Cross is canvassing the hardest hit areas, offering short-term assistance. The response team spent Tuesday handing out cleanup supplies and doing needs assessments in Lake Forest before moving to other areas in Baldwin County. Red Cross officials say they'll be here until those needs are met, and the victims are grateful.
We're not going away. We'll be here for weeks. And if the rain comes back, then we know that the flooding is going to continue. Like Mr. Wheeler that I just spoke with, he's had multiple floods here for 14 years. So we're going to be here in Lake Forest, and the rest of Baldwin County will be surveying.
It gives you a little bit of hope. It shows that people are actually, they care enough to come out and help, and it's not just a little flood and a little bit of water, like they're sending help out here.
The United Way of Baldwin County has also mobilized and is also focused on getting assistance to this week's flood victims. Their immediate goal is to get everyone who had damage to report it through their online system so that help from the feds and or the state can begin coming in.
We're looking for long-term recovery here to assist people in rebuilding after this flood event, and the first step to that is collecting the data and collecting the information so that we know who is affected.
You can do that by going to the United Way of Baldwin County's website and filling out their online reporting form. Now, if you weren't affected and you want to help out in this devastating crisis, you can certainly do that by also going to the website. There's a form there, a page where you can donate specifically to this flood event to help out these victims. You can rest assured your money will be spent with them. As you heard there, the Red Cross will be on the ground for weeks with the recovery effort, and from what I've seen today, and you can see behind me, we've got furniture, cars being towed down the rest of this street, a lot of cleanup yet to do. So certainly devastating, but I did see a lot of hope on these folks' face, and they're just telling me they're okay, it's just stuff that can be replaced. Live in Daphne, Hal Sherrick, Fox 10 News.